Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Corey Austin, aka Defines the Dawn. Just wanted to go ahead and drop a couple of jewels over here for y'all. Really, I wanted to talk about how you can use your time to be able to build a project or a concept online. I know that I work with a lot of people that are either producers, music artists, magazine publishers, engineers, basically surrounding the urban entertainment field. But some of these concepts that I want to explain can really go for anybody. And when you want to build something for yourself and you want to have something really popping as far as a business that you want to have going online, and you look around and you see tons of different things that you really wish you could do but don't know how to get started, and you're working your job, you're not looking at that as really your end game of what you want to do, and you know there's something else, but getting your feet wet and figuring out how to get started has always been a problem. And for me, I know coming from writing a book, coming from going ahead and running my own publication for the last 8 years, and having my own blog site, I understand that there's certain core elements that need to take place in order to build a, a grounding foundation for what you want. And one of those grounding foundations, I mean, many of them actually, when you really are trying to get into this hustle and you're really trying to go ahead and build something for yourself, you want to think about what are the different avenues that I can utilize to be able to build a proof of concept about what I'm trying to do. And what that really means is there's so many different outlets today that people have, whether it's a blog, whether it's videos, whether it's using a podcast, whether it's writing a book. There's many different outlets for you to be able to use to be able to get your message across. And what I wanted to talk about is guys that are trying to utilize their skills in being able to build an audience, because that's the key. That's the main thing you want to be able to have is people that are willing to follow you and people that are willing to listen or read or look into whatever you're trying to display and whatever you want to kind of put across to them. So, what's one of the best things I found that really worked for me was being able to use a magazine. And this is something that can be utilized for anyone, just depending on what your outlet is. And it just was the perfect outlet for me with being able to work with urban music artists, hip hop, R&B, even some rock, and being able to jump into that category, being able to have a publication was something that worked great, because now you have an audience that you start to build around what you're doing, and that audience helps to provide proof of concept, because whatever you want to do, it doesn't have to just be the magazine. Whatever you want to start doing, you have people now that you can go ahead and give them a heads up. Hey, this is what's going on. This is what I got popping. This is what I'm trying to move on with. So that's really the core thing. And if you're looking to go ahead and get into any avenue, the first thing you got to really think about is what is it that you're good at? What are you good at, and what do you have? Maybe it might not be a passion, but what do you have a skill set for? And if you can figure out what you're good at and where your skills lie, then you can use that to kind of incorporate into maybe a publication or incorporate into a blog and let other people know, how to do what you innately have the skills to do, or the skills that you picked up and you learned along the way. So that's what you have to kind of figure. Every individual is unique. There's no two people the same. So even if there's someone that's already doing tutorials or putting out videos or doing blogs, podcasts, and giving you great information about a certain subject, that doesn't mean that somebody wouldn't want to hear it from you, because your message and the way that you put it might gauge better with a particular audience. Just like when you were in school. Back in the day, I remember being in high school and even being in college, there were professors that taught the same subject, but there was professors that I understood some of those subjects a little bit better because the way that they came across connected with me and it resonated with me better. So that's what you have to think about. The way that you come across is really what's going to make you an individual, and the skills that you have unique to bring to the table that other people don't, that's also what's going to help you. So really, you have to go ahead and think about building up an audience, building followers, building a group of a network that kind of surrounds what you do with like minds that are interested in hearing from you and all the things that you're able to do. And that's the truth of it, because right now being online has given a platform for this new day and age of pioneers to have their own businesses and start to create their own independence. And when you have that type of independence, you open up a lot of freedom, and it leverages you with the ability to do a lot of different things, because your time isn't being taken up with having to go into an office or sit in front of, someone else. You're kind of able to go ahead and free up that time and do the things that you want. So first thing you want to think about is, how can I go ahead and use what I know to build up something that is very unique and something that has a very skillful resource for people, something that people can use that I know that I can put out there and I can help them. And so if you go and you check a couple other of my videos and go to imperialhustle.com, one of my blogs, you will be able to get information on stuff for music artists. You'll be able to get information on how to grow your business as a producer. You'll be able to go ahead and understand some of the concepts on printing, distribution, marketing for an urban magazine, even design, and how to bang a lot of that stuff out quickly. Understand pages and understand dimensions, and keeping your printing at a very low cost. How to go ahead and get advertisers. A lot of those concepts. Music artists, same thing. How to market yourself. How to go ahead and get your name on many different blogs that is very inexpensive, little to no money. How to be able to increase the amount of people that purchase your album. How to go ahead and get those downloads ramped up. How to go and solidify cheap or free distribution for yourself. Those types of concepts. So there's a lot of things that I want to cover where you can do yourself, and it's only just recognizing what skill you have to bring to the table and how can you implement that for the rest of the world or the rest of your market to be able to use. Online is an incredible tool. It has so many options that you can't limit yourself, and I'm just blessed to be able to share some of the stuff that I have with the rest of you all. So yeah, look forward for my video that's going to be about getting started on building an audience for an urban publication, and I hope it's useful, and I look forward to go ahead and sharing more. Thanks for your time. Peace.